Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in. Now today we're going to create a lovely little design, and this is going on an A6 card blank, and it's in answer to a couple of questions. As you know, I love trying to answer your questions, and a few of you have asked for ideas for those unusual cards. You know, the cards that we tend not to make all the time. I mean, obviously probably the most made card will be, I don't know, Christmas cards, birthday cards. But then you get ones such as new home card, or maybe going off to university, or a good luck, or somebody's taking a few months out to travel. Oh, lucky thing. Or, you know, like I say, those unusual cards. I probably think of mail cards as pretty unusual for me because they are so tricky, but shh, don't tell them. So those males of you who are listening, I'm sorry. I know I always say this, but you're not the easiest, are you? But we love you, just saying. So I thought I'd create this design, and this one is a new home card, but I've tried to go for design that you can easily use inspiration from it to use for other things. So obviously for me, I've put the number 7. So this is for somebody moving into house number 7. Obviously we've got the new home, and here we've got our lucky clover. And obviously with love, new beginnings for a house move. But I'm thinking you could easily put Christmas designs here. We could have some holly, we could have Christmas. So you could make this into a Christmas card design. Now, if you needed a birthday card for a male, and you weren't sure sort of his hobbies, if you say he wasn't into football, or I don't know, travelling, or why not put either his age on your little tags or the year he was born? Now again, New Year's cards. I know often people ask for ideas for that. You could put the year. So I'm thinking this design, you could take it to another level, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Please, if you do anything along these lines, please tag me in. Now, for our little hanging garland, I've used the Floral Wreath stamp, but again, there are lots of other stamps you could use. So just thinking of mixing it up a bit, I've decorated my envelope. Now, the main thing on this is the tags. Now, the tags come from this lovely Sizzix framelits die, and it is called Tag Collection. And I've used this, so it's the sort of almost like the next to smallest. And I tell you what, this is fabulous. Now, I know you're probably like me, I keep all my offcuts, look. And this look, for me, how good is that? Just fits. So what I did was, if Mr. Mojo's gone, but you want to do something a bit crafty, you could do like me and just sit, and I cut myself out a whole load of these ready to use. So if it was a child's birthday card, you could put the age of the child in the tags and just do a nice background. So I'm going to start. This is a piece of our A6 multifarious card, and it is A6, but because I want to put this on an A6 card, I've just trimmed it slightly. And it's just a smidgen off each, and I've put my black line round. And I'm going to start by stamping our beautiful floral wreath, and I'm going to use the black VersaFine Clay, so that's the Nocturne. Now, as I say, when you look in your collection, there are so many things you could have for hanging these lovely tags. And as I say, if you're using up scraps, basically, you're going to get embellishments for nothing. Now, it's not often we get something for nothing these days, is it? So, for me, that's got to be a win-win. Now, I'm just wiping the edge because I do catch this stamp, but that's just me. And I'm going to stamp it at the top. Now, again, you could hang these off the washing line, the fairy washing line. You could maybe stamp a couple of the tree trunks and have your own washing line. So if you've got a card for somebody and you're not quite sure what to do, I think these little tags could be so good. And the numbers, like I say, for birthdays that you're not sure of, wedding anniversaries, you could put the number, you know, is it a 40th, a 50th, something special? So that's all I'm going to do on there. And then we'll come in, I've cut, as I say, I've die cut 3 little tags. Well, as you know, I've die cut more, but we'll go for 3 for this one. And we'll come in. So as I say, we're going for house number 7, although we have got, as I say, a variety of numbers. But seeing as we've inked this one up, we'll stick with this. So as I say, special dates, anything with numbers. And the little house I've taken from our lovely mini Pixie houses. Now again, it could be for a cat lover. We've got our gorgeous little mini cats. I mean, think of all the little... You'll be surprised how much you can fit on one of these tags. And then for me, for the 3rd, I wasn't sure what to put, and it suddenly dawned on me we've got Lucky Clover. Now again, Lucky Clover. So that's quite a useful one. I'm thinking if you wanted a wedding card, you could put the date of the wedding. Like I say, for me, just sort of think outside the box and how many things you can do with this. Now, what we'll do is we'll just stamp our sentiment on here. And I'm going to put the with love, which I haven't got very straight on there, but hey ho. Must have had my head at an angle when I put that on. I'm probably not the only person who ever does that. Really, I should use my Lavinia mat and get it straight, but... So I'm going to pop that there. And then move the ink out of the way. And I'm just going to give those a bit of a blot. Just again, slower drying ink. It's just good habits. I know a few of you have asked recently how to minimise marks on your hands. And, you know, a lot of it is just getting in those good habits, blotting your work. Just little things like that. Now I'm going to come in Blue Lagoon. Lovely colour. Now, very juicy colour. Again, if it's a new ink pad, just be aware. So stencil brush and in the lid. And again, good habit, kitchen roll, just holding your card. And what we'll do is just start at the corner. Always start in the corner and then along the base. Turn it round, ink up in the lid, on the corner, up the side. And again, just keep doing that all the way round. Nice and simple, nothing difficult. And again, good routine, ink up in the corner and then down the side. And then I think we'll just add a little bit more ink in each corner just to darken that a little. And then while we've got the ink look, we'll just bring a little bit of ink round the edge of our tags. Now again, you can introduce another colour if you want at this stage. I'm just sticking with the same blue. But if it was somebody moving house, you could even use their favourite colour. And then last one with our lovely little house. If you're making gift bags for Halloween, you could make some little Halloween bunting with them. I mean, these tags are just fabulous. Now the house will just ground it a little. So mini hill mask. And let's just ground it a little. And there we go. Makes all the difference, look. Now, what I am going to do is we've got this ink here. So let's just add some little... Use this ink, just clean it up with my fan brush. And let's just add some little inky splatters around our tags. And we can put those over there to dry. And let's get our card design. And again, might as well use this ink, clean it up. So again, I'm just going to come in, just to take that whiteness off. I don't want to add too much. A little bit in that corner. And then we can wipe this up, but knowing that we've used it. Now you might want to smoosh yourself a piece of card just for the speed. I'm just going to clean it up. And while that's drying, I'm just going to add a little bit of colour, and I'm going to use my aquarelle pencils. Notice I said it quick because I can't pronounce it. And the numbers, I've gone for 17, 24 and 179. And I'm just introducing a sort of bit of greeny colour along with my blues. Now you can use any, if you want to use your pens. I'm just going for my watercolour pencils. And I'm just adding sort of that greeny colour first. And again, I'm not doing any fancy colouring. Just doing that nice little cheeks bit of colouring. And I'm coming round that lovely green. And don't worry, I know it looks quite a contrast, but when we add the wink of Stella or the water, whichever you want to use, the colours will blend so well and we'll just get that hint of the green. So if I show you, just want a piece of copy paper, clear, yeah, clear wink of Stella. And again, I'm just going to go over start with the green look and then blend it into that blue and just blend the two together. And I'm just cleaning it because I will get the blue on my brush. So start with the green, the lighter colour, and then blend into the blue. And what this does, look, it blends them, but also it adds that beautiful shimmer. And as they dry, that shimmer will be even more pronounced. So as it dries, the shimmer looks better and better. Just come in one more. And see how we've got that hint of sort of the greeny blue. Now I'm going to add a little sentiment as well on here. So I've gone for my sticker sentiments and I'm thinking, follow your path. So it's with love, and obviously because we're moving house, we're following our path on to the next. So I think, I mean, you could leave it just with love, but I wanted to add that little extra there. And on this one, I added new beginnings because I thought that was good when you move in house, new beginnings. So onto our little tags. Now, I'm just going to add my gold wink of Stella just to colour the number 7. And the reason I've gone for the gold is so I can do my little lights there, look, and maybe just add a little bit on here. Makes it look a bit more opulent. And then pastel pencil, just the white, just for a little bit of highlight. And speaking of highlights, with the white Posca, just going to add a couple. I'm not going to overcook it, just on some of these. She says, you know, I'll end up doing everyone, even though I say I won't overcook it. And as I say, so quick, it's lovely. Right, bippity boppity glue. You know I struggle saying that. Now, you could, if you want to use your foam pads, you could 3D these. A lot of it depends if you're popping it in the post. So I'm just going to put the 3. I get a bit of wiggle time with my bippity boppity glue. So I can just put them sort of hanging like that. Now, just before they dry, I'm going to come in with my clean colour. And this is number 91, light grey. And just add a little bit of shadow. But it does mean that it's not quite dry, so I can wiggle it, look. And that's the beauty. So we'll have shadow down there, along here, and along there. And then this one, we'll have shadow down this side and down here. And when that dries, it will be even darker. So don't go over it too much because it does almost go darker as it dries. And then the last little thing, going to add some little bows on here. And for this, I've got my lovely craft yarns. Now the craft yarn, there's all different colours, look, and different thicknesses. So I've gone for sort of this sort of medium thick yarn. And if you remember, the cheap's way of making a nice little bow, you make 2 loops, very simple like this. Put one in front of the other, take it round, pull it through, and then although that looks a bit, you can easily look, just get the size. So I think that's about right. And if you didn't quite get that, maybe just rewind it. It's so, once you've done it, honestly, it's literally just making 2 hoops, popping them round, and then we're going to put these, the way I find easiest to do it is pop my bippity boppity glue in there, look, and then just put my little bow on top. So I've gone for 2 in this sort of lovely greeny blue, and then 1. Now I've got to be honest, at home what I do is when I've made this card, I get my lovely block with its sentiment on, look, and I just rest it on top just for a couple of minutes, just till that glue's dry. The glue, you can see a little bit there, don't worry, it dries clear. So I'll take it off for the minute so you can see the card, and I'll bring in the original. Now, as I say, I'm thinking washing line, Garland, you know, how many things could we use these little tags for? And think about it using all your scraps up. Now, if you needed a couple more, even on a smaller card, look, I think you could easily have 5 on there. Maybe. So just think, get those crafty juices flowing, think what you can use this idea for. But that little tag, using your scraps up, it's fabulous. And honestly, I've had so much fun. And we've got a little gap in the market there for a new home card. Job done. So, thanks as always for popping in. So good to spend time with you and just get our creative juices flowing, but also just to actually spend time together. So as always, thanks for popping in. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. You take care, and I'll pop back tomorrow. Need to think. Need to get something up my sleeve ready for tomorrow. So thinking cap on. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.